court inside the Dana Center on the campus of Bentley University in Waltham, Massachusetts for today's Northeast 10 Conference game between the Bentley Falcons and the Ravens of Franklin Pierce University. Good to have you with us here as the Falcons and Ravens face each other for the first time today in this Northeast 10 Conference game. Bentley comes into the game 12-2 overall, 7-1 in Northeast 10 Conference play. Tied for the top spot in the conference with Southern New Hampshire. They're 18th in the nation. Meanwhile, Franklin Pierce, as we take a look at them right now, check into today's game 9-4 overall, 4-4 in Northeast 10 Conference play. And their starting five includes number 10, Janessa Gonzalez, a Bentley transfer. She's got 2 seasons left, this one and next year. So good to see her having an excellent season with Franklin Pierce. Here the starters for Franklin Pierce include their 2 double-figure scorers, Anna Badotha Soler and Colette Muldering. Soler averaging 13.78, Muldering just about 11 points per game. Kenzie Sirowich averaging 9 points and almost 8 rebounds a game. Gonzalez and Gisela Vasquez-Segura rounding up the starting 5 for the Ravens, who are coached by Mark Swayze in his 16th season overall as a college coach, 271 and 186. This is his second stint at Franklin Pierce, where he's won 165 games. And as we flip over to the Falcons starting 5, it is the familiar one that Bentley fans have come to know and appreciate this season, topped by Maggie Whitmore and Ella Thompson. Whitmore averaging just under 13 points a game, second in the Indy 10 in free throw shooting, and 8th in three-point percentage. Thompson averaging 11.5 points per game. Recently passed her head coach C. Wright on the all-time Bentley scoring list. She's 32nd right now. Thompson is first in the Indy 10 in threes made overall with 30. Amanda Cabantu and Cassidy Yeomans also in the backcourt along with Thompson. Yeomans tied a career high with 12 the other day in Bentley's win at St. Michael's. And rounding up the starting 5 right there, you see Kylie Duchamp, who is averaging 9.5 points per game and over 8 rebounds per contest. Already mentioned C. White, head coach for the Falcons in her 4th season, 53 and 21. She's the 2-time defending Northeast 10 Conference champion head coach. Take a look at C. White along with Ann McInerney and Christiana Picolis as the brain trust here at Bentley. All played in the Northeast 10 Conference, all had success in the NE10. As we take a look at again the starters for the 2 teams, Bentley is on the back of a 4-game winning streak right now. This is their 3rd 4-game win streak this season. Wins against Assumption, St. Rose, Staten Island, and St. Michael's as they enter this game. Franklin Pierce recently had a 4-game winning streak interrupted, but they are winners of 5 of their last 6 games. A turnaround from last year when they had talent, but they just weren't healthy. This year their health has followed, and they're certainly one of the more competitive teams in the NE10. Bentley and the home whites going from right to left. Franklin Pierce in the road black, left to right. And we get set for tip-off. It's Franklin Pierce with the ball first. These 2 teams will see each other again in a little over a month at the Fieldhouse in Ringe, New Hampshire, February 21st. The latter part of the season we'll have a better idea of where these teams stand at that point. In transition, the Falcons, Yeomans, who was 4 of 4 from long range, gets things started off perfectly by sticking that 3. She's picked up her shooting in the last couple of games. Good to see, too, for Yeomans, the sophomore from Marion, Mass. And gets Bentley off to a good start with their first 3 of the game. Falcons lead the NE10 in threes made and three-point percentage. In fact, they're in the top 10 in the country in three-point percentage. They shoot it at almost 37.5 per game. And we get a turnover as Gisela Vasquez-Segura double dribbles.
Falcons ball.
Bentley 6-1 here at the Dana Center this season. They only lost a non-league game against Holy Family. Franklin Pierce 9-4 overall. They've been excellent away from home, 5-2 in true road games, and add in 2 neutral site wins, and they're 7-2 away from home. I think any coach would take that. Thompson defended tightly by Segura, a little too tightly for Carrie Lang's liking. First foul of the game is called against Gisela Vasquez-Segura. Lang is joined as in the officiating crew today by Ashley Meyerjack and Bill Tapley.
Still Falcons ball.
Here's Cabantu in the lane. Shot clock in single figures. Cabantu corner three in the air. Loose ball foul against Kylie Ducharme, who's one of the best offensive rebounders in the region. 41 offensive rebounds this season for her.
We have a Franklin Pierce foul.
Actually, it's not against Ducharme. It's against Kenzie Sirowicz. So
second team foul. Still Falcons
correction on that one. Shot clock reset at 20, so Sirowicz picks up her first and Franklin Pierce's second. Ducharme works against Colette Mulderweg and uses the backboards for two. Ducharme had a career high 23 points last time Bentley played in this building, which was on Monday, and win over the College of Staten Island. 10 rebounds, 8 of which were offensive in that game. Mulderweg's coming off a career high herself, scored 22 in Franklin Pierce's win at Adelphi the other day. It was a 68-54 victory. Sirowicz in the lane. Shot off by Whitmore. The shot crawls off the iron. Franklin Pierce remains scoreless. Cabantu swatted away by Mulderweg out of bounds. Her 23rd block of the season. She's third in the league in that category. It's been a tough go for Colette Mulderweg, the 6'4" senior from Scranton. Take a look at the rotation and the swat here. Has suffered multiple knee injuries and finally healthy this year and has proven her quality. Gets another block there as Ducharme tries to power it up from a low angle.
Still Falcons ball.
It may or may not be actually called a block shot. In any case, it'll stay Bentley ball with 16 on the shot clock. Ducharme stands 6 feet tall, but gives 4 inches to Mulderweg. Too strong on the jump hook. Ravens still looking for their first points. They average 61.5 per game. Bentley scores over 65 a game. Mulderweg in unfamiliar territory. Here's Gonzalez for 3 in front of the Bentley bench. Nope. And Cabantu snags the rebound. Quick double, and it's off the leg of Segura.
Falcons ball.
Ravens do like to get up and pressure defensively. This one's more of a bit of a soft press. They back off as Yeomans takes it across half court. Gonzalez trying to jump the passing lane, but one step too late. Cabantu tees up the 3 left wing, which is off the mark. And there's Mulderweg with another board. Averaging about 5 per game. Ravens are not a prolific three-point shooting team, second to last in the NE10 in threes made. They focus a little more on the inside game, but here's Mulderweg who tries the top of the key 3 in and out. And Whitmore clears the glass. Somebody break here for Bentley. Yeomans in transition, uses the backboard for 2. Falcons lead at 7-0, and Mark Swayze says, that's enough, I need a timeout. As his team is unable to score so far. They've given up a quick 7 to the Falcons with a nice start here. 30-second timeout for Swayze. Series-wise, all-time, the Falcons have a 43-10 advantage. They've won the last 4 and 14 of the last 16, including 9 in a row here at the Dana Center. Seaway and her team in the huddle, trying to keep the good start going. Falcons led all the way in a victory at St. Michael's on Wednesday. Doubled up the Purple Knights 20-10 in the first quarter and rolled from there. Let's see what the Ravens do coming out of the timeout. Neither coach has made a substitution to this point. Mulderweg gets free inside. Shot won't drop though. Cabantu came over and helped defense to just enough to get underneath, bother Mulderweg without committing the foul. Long 3 from Ducharme is in and out. And Cabantu rescues the rebound and gives Bentley another try. His teams are 3rd and 4th in the NE10 in rebound differential, so that's a key spot in this game. Nice feed from Yeomans inside to Whitmore for 2. Once that pass gets over the front side defender, Need rotation at the other end. Ravens didn't have it. And it's a 9-0 lead for Bentley. Sirowicz off the mark for three. Muldering amongst a couple of Bentley players. Keeps it alive but can't grab it. Falcons in semi-transition. Yeomans fakes the three. Steps away. Fires. Cabanto on the weak side for the rebound. Whitmore for three is off. Ball loose on the deck, picked up by Sirowicz. Bodies everywhere. Sirowicz looks to go by herself, flips it up, and draws the foul from Whitmore. And we'll get the first free throws of the game coming for Franklin Pierce.
Foul number 25, Maggie Whitmore. That is her first.
Didn't really have any option there.
Foul.
Whitmore coming over the top, committing the foul.
Number 20, Liana Heitman.
A couple of substitutions for Franklin Pierce, Liana Heitman into the game. Along with Lenita Brand. Brand is a freshman. Heitman a sophomore. Sirowicz, who hasn't missed a foul shot this year, a perfect 16 of 16, steps up for two here. Franklin Pierce shoots it at 75% as a team and gets the Ravens on the board. Mackenzie Sirowicz averaging 9 points a game. Team best 7.7 rebounds and outing as well. And now 18 of 18 at the free throw line this season. A couple of substitutions for Bentley. Sophomore forward Julia Eli into the game. And freshman Nia Morgan, the reigning Northeast 10 Rookie of the Week, check in for Bentley. A little more aggressive pressure from Franklin Pierce. That may result in a turnover, and it does. As an errant pass from Thompson looking for Whitmore. Threw it behind Whitmore, tried to recover, but couldn't quite do so. Muldering on the perimeter. Now Sirowicz drive and kick. Brand for three in the corner, that's short. Muldering on the glass. Gets Eli up in the air, uses the glass, can't finish. Third chance for Franklin Pierce. Here's Sirowicz, puts her head down, flips it off the window for two.
Kenzie Sirowicz.
Ravens showing their ability on the offensive glass. Sirowicz has all four of their points and finally have a foothold in the game. Whitmore comes free, a little miscommunication inside. Whitmore missed the chip, he gets himself an offensive rebound and scores anyway. No switch for the Ravens that time. That left Whitmore probably more open than she realized that she was. Soler for three, gets it down. First long ball of the game for Franklin Pierce is Soler makes her 10th three of the season. Had 18 in this building last season in the playoffs. Bentley won a quarterfinal game, but Franklin Pierce led at the half. Yeomans drive and kick, Thompson in the corner. Now it's Morgan. Whitmore wing three, got it. It's always nice to bail it out on a three with the shot clock at 6. Whitmore drops it in, and the Falcons
Another Falcons three means
on top 14-7. Nice crossover dribble by Badotha Soler. Will get her free throws.
Bentley foul on number 4, Noah Thompson. That's her first personal, second team foul.
Thompson trying to recover, but can't do it.
For Bentley.
Thompson takes a seat, replaced by Amanda Cabantu. Look at Mark Swayze, product of Linden State. Got his master's degree at Keene State. Took Franklin Pierce to the national championship game almost 15 years ago. The team was led by the greatest Division II player in Northeast history. That's Joanna Leadham. 2 for 2 for Soler. She's got 5, Sirowicz has 4. And that's all of Franklin Pierce's points, and that's gotten them to within 5. Whitmore weaves through traffic, rejected by Muldering, but retains possession. Ravens in an active zone. Bentley's seen a lot of it this season. Had trouble in the first half against Staten Island against their zone. Yeoman's right wing with 4 on the timer. Scramble on the sideline and a loose ball foul against Cabantu. Even though Bentley shoots at 37+% from three-point territory, teams have zoned them, and at times it's bothered Bentley.
Substitution for Franklin Pierce is number 15, Sarah McCary.
Sarah McCary into the game for Franklin Pierce, sophomore from Naugatuck, Connecticut. There's McCary, top of the key. First touch of the basketball is a missed jump shot. And Whitmore with another rebound. Morgan trying to use an Eli screen. No penetration on this possession for Bentley yet. Yeomans tries to change that in the paint. From Morgan, pump fakes, steps away from Heitman, and cans the three. You get that initial penetration inside that zone, especially at the top. Openings materialize, and Morgan with Bentley's third three of the quarter. Heitman and McCary, a couple sophomores play catch there. McCary gets it back, and she's smothered and fouled by Eli on what looked to be an awkward drive. She's trying to shoot against her body, but Eli had already committed to the block. Let's see if there gets her with the body. The Ravens will get back to the free throw line for two more.
As Sarah McCary heads to the line.
As Falcon takes a seat, enjoying the game along with the rest of us. McCary also hasn't missed a foul shot this year, 10 of 10. And finally misses a free throw this season. Franklin Pierce still with an offensive rebound. They'll take a three-point trip. Mackenzie Sirowicz with the putback, and stoppage on the floor as Kylie Ducharme went down hard. Take a look at it here. It's lost the balance, falling away. Ducharme helped off the floor. Hopefully she'll be okay. It's nothing long-lasting. Falcons lead by 5 late in the first quarter. Trying to retain their piece of the top spot in the NE10, tied with Southern New Hampshire, 7-1 in conference play. Technically, Bentley has the tiebreaker. They won the only matchup between those two teams this year. They're still not at the halfway point of conference play yet. NE10 did announce a change in their playoff format this year. Previously, it was only going to be the top 9, as Cabantu is called for the charge. Her second foul.
Offensive foul.
Trying to create something where there was nothing. Nice job by Badotha Soler to slide the feet, take the contact. So instead of just the top 9 in the NE10 making the playoffs, all 12 teams will enter the NE10 tournament. Top 4 teams get byes. Teams 5, 6, 7, and 8 will host first-round games, and we'll play it on from there. McCary, top of the key, long 2, hits it. McCary with 3 points now, which matches her seasonal average. And as we enter the final minute of the first quarter, Franklin Pierce has worked their way back to within 3. The Falcons started with a 9-0 lead. Whitmore inside, nice catch in traffic, power dribble, and gets fouled in tight. The size of Muldruk on the bench right now, that affords just a little more opportunity inside, and Whitmore created some space. Lenita Brands commits the foul, which will send Whitmore to the free throw line. 88% this year for the senior from South Portland, Maine. 37 of 42 at the line. Off to a good start today. She's got 8 so far in the game. Her seasonal high was 22 in the season opening victory over Damon up in western New York, where there's lots and lots and lots of snow coming. In fact, Damon's game tomorrow has already been postponed. And for those who don't realize it, the Bills' playoff game against Pittsburgh is postponed until Monday. Safety first out in western New York. Soler inside. Nice pass across the lane for Brand, who switches to the left and banks it home. Brand averaging 3.5 points a game. That's her first points of this one. Falcons should hold for a final shot here. Franklin Pierce does have a foul to give. And they commit it, and whether that was intentional or not. It's against McCary. And the Falcons will have to put it in play on the sideline. Didn't look like a lot. Certainly didn't look intentional. The look on McCary's face screams, what, me?
Franklin Pierce foul on number 15, Sarah McCary. That is her first
You know, to put it in play right in front
foul.
of Franklin Pierce assistant Rick Recor, recovering from a foot injury. See the crutches behind him. Wish him a fast recovery. Pierce aggressive on the perimeter, defending Bentley. Thompson has to get off a shot quickly. Good if it goes. It doesn't. And that ends the first quarter. So the Falcons start off fast with a 9-0 lead, but Franklin Pierce rallies to pull within 3 at the end of a quarter. 19-16 our score. Back in just a moment. You're watching Bentley basketball from the Dana Center.
Checking in after the timeout for Franklin Pierce is number 10, Janessa Gonzalez. Number 24, Gisela Vasquez-Guerra. Number 44, Colette Maldiri. Fans of Bentley Athletics and Bentley Women's Basketball would like to welcome our Ladies Academy to today's game.
Falcons leading 19-16 at the Dana Center. Bentley in action again on Tuesday when they'll start a 2-game road trip. They'll be in New Haven, Connecticut to take on Southern Connecticut State on Tuesday night. And then next Saturday at Pace. We're back here at the Dana Center on Wednesday the 24th hosting AIC. Look at the Falcon huddle there. Kylie Ducharme, number 15 on the left, standing but has her sneakers off. And obviously testing the leg, so don't expect to see her back immediately. But it is a good sign to see her at least standing and testing out the leg. And keep an eye on that. Falcons 7 of 19 from the field in the first quarter, 37%. Franklin Pierce 5 of 15, which is 33%. Bentley a +6 on the glass, 14-8. 11 offensive rebounds in this game already, 7 for Bentley, 4 for Franklin Pierce. Interestingly, each team has the exact same number of offensive and defensive rebounds. 7 for Bentley, 4 for Franklin Pierce. Falcons 3 of 9 from three-point territory. We get an early foul on the Ravens as we start the second quarter. The switch here is Morgan picked up by Muldrig. And the bump gets her the first foul. Whitmore's shot is blocked by Sirowicz. The put back by Eli is rejected by Muldrig. And that officially may be the 4th block for Muldrig in this game, and the 5th for Franklin Pierce. Soler in the lane, goes for the step through, left-hand floater won't go. Second chance does, and she has the chance for the free throw and a chance to tie the game.
Basket counts.
These two teams played 3 times last year. Bentley won the first 2 comfortably, and the third one, which was a Northeast 10 quarterfinal game, by 16, but every game was close, at least at the half. The 2 regular season games, Bentley led by 5 and 12. And in the playoff game, Franklin Pierce actually led that game at the half. Free throw good for Segura. She knocked the game at 19. And good to see Kylie Ducharme back in the game. She's been such a key player for Bentley this year. In fact, when you look at the NE10 and check out some of the most improved players from last year, 2 of them are on the floor right now in Ducharme and Muldrig. Some of that has to do with opportunities, some with injury. You just never know, but they've both been excellent this year. Thompson's 3 is too strong. Franklin Pierce a chance for their first lead. Hard push by Gonzalez, pull up at the free throw line, won't go. And an offensive rebound by Soler. Nope, kept alive. And a held ball, which favors Franklin Pierce. Well, I wonder what's going through the mind of Janessa Gonzalez for Franklin Pierce. Senior from Meriden, Connecticut, transferred from Bentley over the summer. She has this year and next year. Gets free inside, makes her first basket of the game, and Franklin Pierce has come all the way back from an early 9-0 deficit to take their first lead. Left corner, Yeomans, Muldering all the way out there, picking her up. Well, passes her off to the top. Ravens very aggressive defensively. Thompson is not going to get a shot off. Outstanding sequence by Franklin Pierce to get the stop. And they get the basketball back. They certainly have the momentum right now. Their bench is enjoying it. Indy 10 has become an extremely proficient defensive league. 7 of the top 29 teams in scoring defense in all of Division II are in the Northeast 10. This held ball belongs to Bentley on the alternating possession arrow. Bentley 5th on that list. Franklin Pierce 21st. Ravens give up 56.5 points a game. Bentley 53. Now Bentley's 5th in the country, but 3rd in the NE10. St. Rose 1st, Assumption 3rd. Scoring is difficult in the NE10. Of course, as you get further into the season, teams are scouted. Everybody knows the strengths and weaknesses. It becomes about execution. Skip pass from Morgan to Thompson. She's fouled by Soler. Did a good job in tracking her sideways, but contested a little too tightly. Take a look at it here. Thompson draws the foul. That is the benefit of moving the ball quickly, either on a skip pass or on penetration and a kick-out pass.
Thompson shoots 2.
And Thompson will get to the line, try to get on the scoreboard here. 16 of 25 at the foul line this year for the grad student from Indiana, makes the first of the 2. 33rd on the all-time Bentley scoring list, 1,065 points now. Next up is Paula Ayers from the class of 81, 1,088. Splits the pair. Ravens by 1 with the basketball. And Surovic turns her head just in time. Pass from Soler was floating in the air and realized it was coming her way. Nice job, Muldering inside for Segura, who misses the contested layup. Contact there, but no whistle. Morgan skips it all the way across. Nice pick by Surovic, like a free safety. Stretched all the way and came up with the turnover. Now Surovic at the other end across the lane, flips up a wild, pretty ill-advised shot, missed it. No question, Franklin Pierce is really spreading the defense, contesting Bentley at the free throw line and beyond, really beyond the three-point arc, whether it's in zone or man. Here's Morgan sliding through the lane. The shot is at least impacted by Muldering. Tough luck for Gonzalez, she was out of bounds. So Bentley's gonna keep it. Gonzalez just stepped out of bounds right under the basket. Couldn't see it on the replay. Officials are having a conversation. My guess is about the shot clock, whether it was a change of possession or not. And if Gonzalez was judged to have possession and then stepped out of bounds, it would be a change of possession and a 30. If it was just in the run of play as she was gathering possession, it would be reset at 20, which is actually where it is now. And it's back to 30, so apparently it was judged as a change of possession. Falcons are trying to take advantage of it and retake the lead. Thompson. Ducharme in the post. Works against Muldering. High degree of difficulty, missed it. Soler doubled inside. The kick-out pass is stolen by Whitmore. Looks up the floor for Ducharme. Muldering on her backside. Nice job by Ducharme. Stop, adjust, and score without traveling. Second basket for Kylie Ducharme. Bentley back ahead, 4 minutes into the second quarter. Good to have you with us here at the Dana Center on this, what was a rainy Saturday. Sun came out a little while ago. Just never know what the weather's going to be like.
Number 15, Kylie
Ducharme picks up her first foul.
Second team foul.
The only Falcon with more than one foul is Amanda Cabantu with a pair. She's sitting on the bench right now. Gonzalez for Muldering at the top. Now Vasquez Segura pulls the trigger on a three that's much too strong. And Ducharme secures the rebound. Whitmore, by the way, at 7 first quarter rebounds.
Still Falcons ball.
Brand and Heitman back in the game for Franklin Pierce. And the first appearance for freshman Nora Saluja, a 5'10 rookie from Rocky Hill, Connecticut.
Number 23, Nora Saluja.
Saluja has played in 6 games this year, total of 44 minutes, and has scored 10 points. Got an opportunity here. Her inbound pass is tipped out of bounds by Soler. They'll put it in play in the backcourt. Franklin Pierce will have 2 of their next 3 games at home. They'll welcome New Haven on Tuesday, travel to Southern Connecticut next Saturday, and then a home game against St. Michael's. Ducharme in the lane, spins off the glass, strong bucket and one, as Muldrig picks up her second foul.
Basket counts.
And Ducharme had a little spin cycle thing going there. Muldrig just couldn't resist and commits the foul. You know, Mike Swayze has a decision. Keep Muldrig on the floor with 2 or take her off. For now, she stays on the floor as Ducharme, an outstanding foul shooter at 82%, misses the free throw. Commentator's curse. Basket gives Bentley a 3-point lead as we approach the midpoint of the second quarter. Ducharme up under Muldrig. He may be coming out at the next break as McCary is at the scorer's table. Brand inside for Searich, but nothing to do there. Picks up the dribble, shot clock at 2. Soler sees it, passes instead of shoots it, and the Falcons force the turnover.
Falcons ball.
You know, lack of awareness by Soler, which is uncharacteristic.
10, Julia Eli.
Julia Eli replaces Whitmore for Bentley, and as expected, McCary gives Muldrig a break. I'm not sure we'll see her back on the floor with 2 fouls, at least not the first half, that is. Saluja. On the left side, it's Yeomans. And Ducharme gets fouled by Brand. Much too aggressive coming over the top, and that's 2 fouls on Brand. No bonus yet for Bentley. Good seal there by Ducharme. Just goading Brand into reaching over the top. That's the 4th team foul on Franklin Pierce, and Brand takes a seat. And Laya Lorente checks into the game to replace her, so in a sense, Franklin Pierce down to their 3rd string post player. Lorente is a regular, however, has played in 10 of the 13 games. She'll get the assignment of defending Eli here. Thompson looking to probe for some space. Now Eli inside, and she gets fouled by Lorente. Can't see Mark Swayze on the screen, but he has his hands up saying, well, why are you doing that? She can't really do much with the shot clock dwindling anyway. Lorente picks up her first. They are over the limit. And Julie Eli, who is 17 of 22 at the free throw line this season, will toe the line for a couple free throws. Makes both Falcons have scored the last 7 after Franklin Pierce scored the first 5 of the quarter. Stretches the lead out to 5. McCary turns the corner, a little jumper in the lane over Ducharme. A little quick hitter from McCary, who's got 5. Ends the Bentley streak. And McCary commits a foul on Eli on the catch. And once again, they have a post player, defender, behind the Bentley player receiving the ball, just reaching over. There was a push as well, and that's 2 on McCary. So Muldrig, Brand, and McCary all with 2 fouls for Franklin Pierce. And again, that gives Bentley a chance at the free throw line with the clock stopped. Bentley trying to break what is a little bit of a pattern this season. They've gone 4 wins, a loss, 4 wins, a loss, and now 4 wins. So victory here would make it a 5-game winning streak in that particular stretch. Although most teams would take an 80% winning percentage, winning 4 out of 5. Heitman fakes the 3 in the lane, steps across. See White immediately in Bill Tapley's face, thinking that it was a foul, it was a travel, but it was not. First points for Heitman. Inside, Whitmore shakes free and uses the glass for 2. First player in double figures in this game. Whitmore's got 11. Bentley trying to attack that post spot. Franklin Pierce down a couple of bodies. Pull-up jumper at the free throw line by Lorente is too strong. Whitmore head up in transition. Across the lane for Eli, scoring the bucket and one. Eli with a nice catch, caught it high, held it high. Whitmore head up all the way. Knew immediately she was making the pass. And Eli finishes at the rim. Second foul on Sirovic. Excitement is obvious. So Eli with a nice impact off the bench. Bentley with 9 bench points. Make it 10 as she tacks on the free throw. 5 for 5 at the line for Eli. It's a 14-4 Bentley stretch here. They lead it by 8. The largest lead was 9, and that was right off the top at 9-0. They've also tightened up defensively. Forced a turnover there as McCary takes an extra step. Ducharme back in the game for Whitmore. And Segura returns for Franklin Pierce. See White and her staff would like to see the team continue the run. Looking at the Bentley bench, Brooke Obar in street clothes there, just behind Ducharme, coming off an ankle injury. Missed the last handful of games, but no boot on the foot today and no crutches, so she's getting better. It doesn't mean she's going to be back anytime soon, but at least she'll have an opportunity to work her way back, get into the rotation. Bentley could certainly use her shooting ability. Dawkins also without Sierra Norman again today. And another foul committed by Franklin Pierce. Soler commits her second, and again, Bentley will get to the free throw line. Franklin Pierce is the makers of their own problem here by committing foul after foul where they really don't need to. They now have 5 players with 2 fouls apiece. It's a juggling act for Mark Swayze. As Ducharme takes her turn at the line here with 2:36 remaining in the first half. Ducharme has led the team in rebounding 12 times this season, including 6 in a row coming into this game. Connects on both free throws. She's got 8. 16-4 Falcon run, and for the first time, they have a double-figure lead. Ravens certainly want to close the half better than they played this quarter. Soler with a hard drive. McCary right side hits the jump shot. So Sarah McCary with a nice boost off the bench. Franklin Pierce with 11 bench points. She's got 7 of them. She's made a couple of much needed buckets for the Ravens. Eli picks up the dribble on the perimeter. Now it's Ducharme. In the corner, Yeomans. Thompson for 3. Yes, sir. Ella Thompson with her first field goal. Make it a 3. And the Falcons stretch the lead.
3 means Flex is ready with the tee.
4th long ball of the game for Bentley. Bentley averages about 8 a game. And then a foul on Thompson, I believe. Nope.
Falcons ball.
That was contact there.
For Bentley, number 25.
Vasquez Segura was out of bounds, and not enough for Kerry Lane to call the foul. Stepped out of bounds, gives Bentley the basketball back with 1:23 to go in the first quarter. Yeomans skip pass in the corner for Thompson, who moves a bit down the lane. Now Whitmore sees a window, will pull up in the paint, gets the friendly bounce. Baker's dozen for her. The Falcons continue to stretch the lead. They scored 20 over the last 27 points. Silich can't hang on to the pass. That was a little bit behind her from McCary. Ticketer, nice roll there, but the pass a little too high, maybe just a bit behind her. That's a tough catch for anybody. Good read by Heitman, jumping in front of Yeomans.
Last off the Ravens,
knocking it out of
still
bounds.
Falcons ball.
Almost running into Mark Swayze. 2009, Swayze took Franklin Pierce to the national championship game where they lost to Minnesota State. And as part of a run where they won 3 straight regionals. Thompson doubled on the perimeter. And Yeomans in the corner. Open 3 for Morgan. Nope. 2 Falcons inside of any Raven, and it's Whitmore who cashes in. Her outstanding first half continues. She has 15, and that's the Bentley lead. Falcons have committed just 2 fouls in this quarter, so they're not over the limit. Gonzalez, McCary, foul line turnaround. Jay won't go. In the corner, Yeomans looks up, and that ends the half. Well, great start for Bentley and a terrific finish to the first half. Franklin Pierce falling behind 9-0 early. They fought back and took their first and really only lead so far in this game at 21-19, but Bentley scoring 23 of the last 29 points of the half and take a 42-27 lead into the halftime break, led by Maggie Whitmore's 15 and Kylie Ducharme's 8 points. So we'll step away as well. Come back just before the start of the second half and take a look at the first half stats, get you ready for the second half of action at the Dana Center, where the number 18 Falcons lead Franklin Pierce 42-27. You're watching Bentley basketball from the Dana Center.
Well, Bentley opened up a world of opportunities for me, I think both as a student and an athlete. The quality of the education that you get at Bentley is very unique, and it prepares you for the real world. So you step out of here confidently when you leave, knowing that you're prepared to be competitive in the business world at a high level. I think as an athlete, opportunities converged for me that I never would have anticipated, and I ended up diving in the national championships my senior year. So I have memories and experiences and relationships that I'll carry with me for the rest of my life.
Welcome everyone to our NCAA Social Series. I'm Andy Katz. On this edition of our show, I'll be joined by Allison Feaster. She is a former basketball player at Harvard and the current Vice President of Player Development and Organizational Growth for the Boston Celtics. And here at the NCAA Convention in San Antonio, a silver anniversary honoree, which also means it's been a long time, 25 years. Right. First off, what was your reaction when you heard that you were a silver anniversary honoree for your time at Harvard?
Right, just that. I was reminded that I was coming up on a particular milestone of 25 years through our, it's our alumni, year. Just means I'm mature experience, but in all seriousness, a tremendous honor. I reflect with such, I don't know, fondness on my career at Harvard, my teammates, my experience, and just to be included in this honor, this ceremony, and this day is just beyond anything I could have imagined.
Well, so a couple things. We're in the 50th year of Title IX, and so you're getting honored, silver anniversary, your role with the Celtics.
Right.
Tell me what that means that all this is happening 50 years from Title IX.
You can't state enough the importance of the women who came before us, who created opportunities for us so that we might have a chance today. You know, I hear this word, I'm the first a lot, first African American to do this, first woman to do that, and it would be lovely the day we can get past all that, but at the same time, we have to take pause and give thanks and honor those who came before us, and also serve as examples for those who'd like to come, you know, after us, and let them know that there's a space for them, you know, where we are today.
How has the women's game changed since you played at Harvard?
It's changed tremendously, I think. Still probably similar talent. There are a lot more eyes on the women's game these days, as it should be. Some of the best athletes in the world play women's basketball. The women are well-rounded. Having a conversation today with some of the honorees just about all the many tools that women bring to the table, both on and off the court. So, you know, just spectacular play and spectacular human beings who are prepared for things later in life.
I mean, you were highly decorated as a player at Harvard in the Ivy League. What do you remember most about that time as a player?
I remember probably my teammates and my coach just really having to buy into the system and you know, appreciating each and every player for what she brought to the table. Learning to value my role on the team, first as a first year who didn't know crap about, you know, college or, you know, living alone in a city that I had no idea what it would be for me. But definitely reflect fondly on that, and you know, the victories, the titles, those things are really like way in the back of my mind. I just remember the experience itself.
Now in the NBA, you know, we're getting to a point where more and more women are getting more roles at various levels. We're still waiting on a head coach, but you know, various levels of organizations.
Right.
Even in that, how have you seen that change and develop in the last few years?
Well, there's an increased focus from a league office level. The NBA is being super deliberate, super intentional about, first and foremost, creating roles, creating opportunities, creating, you know, candidate pools so that women and other folks of diverse backgrounds have consideration for roles. And then on the team level, you know, there are teams at the forefront who are not afraid to do something a little bit different, a little bit outside the box. And that sounds crazy to think that hiring a woman for a leadership role is outside the box, but it really makes the best sense, you know, when you really think about it at face value. You want to be able to arrive at the best decisions you possibly can, and we all know that you have to pull from a diverse, you know, information pool. So, you know, I don't know when the first female head coach will be named. We don't know when the first female head of basketball operations will be named, but you know, it's not far off, and you know, we'll see what happens. I'm just thankful to be in the space I am. I'm thankful to, you know, the males in our organization, first Danny Ainge and Brad Stevens, who created a space for me, and yeah, just having fun, living the dream.
To that point, I also feel like, I mean, I'm old enough to remember when I don't think other administrators, players would give a woman respect.
Yeah.
As soon as she walks in the door. And I feel like that has changed. This generation of players have grown up seeing high-profile women's basketball players in the WNBA and so on. And now it also feels at the administration level that has changed dramatically. Yeah. How have you seen it from your vantage point, how that aspect of respect from the players on up?
Right. I'm not going to lie and say that it's always easy if you don't know what it's like being the first or the only in a space, then I suggest everybody try it. You really have to have thick skin. You have to have a certain level of confidence and also a certain level of humility to understand you don't know everything. And you have to be super fearless. And so I'm super happy that my organization, our players have always had an open mind and been super inclusive with me. And yeah, it's a unique place to be in, though.
Outside of the NBA and the Celtics, tell me about why you were interested in working globally
Right.
with the U.S. Bureau of Educational and Cultural Affairs,
Right.
especially in Southeast Asia.
This whole game for me has been about service. You know, we have a very privileged place as athletes and as a professional athlete. And so being able to serve and give back, whether it's at the grassroots level, which the Sports Envoy program, you know, that's what it's all about. It's about, you know, a cultural exchange. We share what we know from the values of being, you know, an American and being, you know, an athlete, and we take from the other people with whom we encounter their values. And so it's about service, about learning. It's about an information exchange, and it's something I've always held really dear to me.
So for those people that really don't grasp it,
Yep.
take me into that room when you walk in and you are the only female, quite possibly the only person of color,
Yep.
for the first time, and you walk into that room. What's that like?
I really don't lead. I don't lead with that. I don't even acknowledge it. I remember the first time my mother dropped me off in Harvard Square. You know, I was alone by myself and I had to sink or swim. I've done it a ton of times, you know, abroad, being the only American player, the only woman of color playing on a team. You know, it's something you don't really focus on. You look for the similarities, you look for the common ground with people with whom you interact. And so I've never, while I might have been the only, I've never let that be a blinder to impede me from doing what I have to do.
So far you've had a great career outside of playing basketball. What's next? I mean, where do you want to see this climb?
You know what? What's central for me right now is focus on our team. We have today the best record in the NBA. We made it to the finals last season. I would really love for our two stars, Jason and Jalen, and the other guys on the team, the Smarts, who's our longest tenured player, to win a championship. That's really, you know, my personal focus. I have a daughter coming up, and she's a junior in high school, and she's about to, you know, embark on her NCAA career. So, you know, that from a personal standpoint, just supporting her, and from a professional standpoint, seeing our organization achieve its goals.
So to that point, what's your advice to her as she follows your path in a different era?
Yeah.
Where there's
Very
more
different.
opportunities, NIL, all these things going on. What's your
Right.
advice to her?
It's probably seize the moment and also enjoy each day as if it were your last. You know, it's only 4 years that you get to devote to college, and it can fly by. 25 years later, here I am sitting with you guys. It's almost like yesterday. So I would really say enjoy the moment and really seize it.
Well, congratulations again on everything you've accomplished, and I know more is still to come.
At Bentley University, we know that business is constantly evolving. And as we educate the next generation of leaders, we're making business a force for positive change. Bentley University, a force for business, a force for good.
in Division II. 9 offensive rebounds to boot. Franklin Pierce's assist-to-turnover ratio just 5 to 8. Ravens starting the second half with the basketball, and a good start is Colette Mulderich. Makes her first bucket of the game. Turnaround jumper from the senior center from Scranton, Pennsylvania, gets her on the board and gives Franklin Pierce the first points of the second half. And the travel called on Thompson, just the 5th Bentley turnover. Well, as usual, it's a busy day in the A-10. All 12 teams in action. Bentley, as I mentioned, tied with Southern New Hampshire for the top spot. Southern New Hampshire was actually trailing at the half at home against Southern Connecticut, one of the hotter teams in the region, by the way, 30-29. College of St. Rose is a game behind the two leaders. St. Rose leading at the half 32-21 against Adelphi in their game. Thompson turns the corner. Now out top, Ducharme launches the 3. Nice rebound by Janessa Gonzalez in her return to the Dana Center. Inside, Mulderich off balance, misses. Whitmore had that outstanding first half up to Thompson. Now Whitmore wide open at the top, launches the 3. This ball on the deck. Good hands by Ducharme. They tip it out to Whitmore, and Bentley gets a second chance. Ducharme again. Goes to the step through, and the jump hook off the iron. Mulderich doesn't want to take too much of a chance early in the half. Remember, she is one of 5 Franklin Pierce players with 2 fouls. Forced Mark Swayze into a juggling act, especially in the second quarter. Entry pass swatted away, intended for Mulderich, but Ducharme read it. Got the hand in there at the right time. Thompson takes the handoff. Ducharme again in the post. In between 2 defenders, falling down off the glass for 2. Sweet finish from Ducharme, who's in double digits with 10. Sirowicz tries the 3 right side and hits it. Second 3 of the game for Franklin Pierce. They were just 1 of 5 from long distance in the first half. Sirowicz only made 2 threes all season until that one. Kabantu across the lane. Ducharme at the elbow. Tosses it up on the run, off the glass again for 2 more. Back-to-back hoops for Kylie Ducharme. Keeps Bentley's lead at 14. They led by 15 at the half. And this will be a foul against Ducharme, which will be her second.
Bentley foul number 15, Kylie Ducharme. That is her second personal.
I think that was for holding the left arm of Mulderich.
Still Ravens
She
ball.
tried to disengage and go get the basketball. Soler had just 5 points in the first half inside for Mulderich. Now Sirowicz powers it up in traffic. And no whistle. And here come the Falcons. Potential 3-on-2. Yeomans dribbles through a couple of players. Now for Ducharme on the run. Collects herself and scores again. Ducharme has all 6 of Bentley's points in the second half. And Mark Swayze wants an early timeout. Took an early 30-second timeout in the first half when his team trailed 9-0. Takes one here. And as Ducharme scores 6 in a row for Bentley and stretches their lead out to 16. Mentioned that the series, Bentley's had the upper hand over the course of the years. They've faced each other annually since the 1997-98 season. Bentley with a 43-10 advantage in the series. They won the first 17 games to start it. Really, Franklin Pierce's best period in the series was when the Leadham sisters were here, Joanna and Jen Leadham. salad days, as it were, for Franklin Pierce. Ravens men's team having some fun, getting ready for their game. Sit behind the women's bench. During that stretch in the Leadham era, Franklin Pierce won 6 out of 8 meetings between the two teams. Can recall a Northeast 10 Conference Championship game up in Ringe one of those years. But Bentley's won 14 of the last 16, and 9 in a row at the Dana Center. Franklin Pierce has some work to do to change that. And that's a good start as Colette Mulder gets her second turnaround jumper of the second half. Ravens will need some stops, though. This is a team that gives up 56.5 points a game. Bentley's already dropped 48 on them. Bentley with a cheap turnover there, bad pass from Cabantu. And eventually it's Thompson who gets called for the foul. Trying to reach out and get it, but Segura beat her to it.
The
second foul on Ella Thompson.
That is her second personal, second team foul.
The Ravens could do with a hot hand, whether it's from inside or out. Muldrig might be the one, but other than Sirowicz with 9 points, it's been slim pickings. Soler with 5, Segura with 3, Sarah McCary with 7 off the bench. That's a nice option. Just Soler inside. A little bit off balance, misses the banker. Duchamp showing her versatility by putting it to the deck here. Just gets rid of it now. Ball swings on the perimeter. And Thompson resets. Yeomans with 5 early points. Now Duchamp baseline spins against Muldrig. It gets fouled by either Liana Heitman, who just checked in the game, or Muldrig. Either way, it's going to be a foul. That'll be on Heitman, her first.
Franklin Pierce foul on number
and allows
20,
Duchamp a chance to get to the free throw
Heitman.
line
That's her first
for a couple
personal.
free throws.
First team foul. Kylie Duchamp shoots 2.
Mentioned the Falcons leading the ND10 in free throw percentage. Just under 76% at the line. And Duchamp cans both.
Substitution for Franklin
She's been
Pierce, number 32,
the sum total
Anita Rand.
of all the Bentley scoring in this half. She's outscored Franklin Pierce all by her lonesome in this half, 8-7. Gives Muldrig a little space on the outside. Here's Heitman. Gonzalez, jump stop in the lane, floater is short. Whitmore approaching double-double territory with her 9th rebound. Goes to the crossover on Brand, who just checked in the game. Ducharme inside, blocked by Muldrig, who collects the loose ball. Muldrig now with 6 blocks. She had 3 against the Delphi, doubled that already. That's a career high, I believe, for Muldrig in terms of block shots. Brand tries the 3, too strong. Rebound tipped out of bounds by Heitman. And in fact, that is a career high in blocks for Colette Muldrig. She had 5 against St. Michael's, but 6 here. It was her personal best. See that? Cabantu having position inside, forcing Heitman to come over the top and knock it away. "16-point Falcon lead. We approach the 4-minute mark of the third quarter. Bentley's basically kept Franklin Pierce at arm's length, largely due to Kylie Duchamp. That one won't drop. And Heitman with the rebound. Well, Bentley's got to be happy with just trading. Well, not happy, but at least content with trading baskets with this kind of a lead. Franklin Pierce has got to make a run and make this interesting. Muldrig again goes to the turnarounds off the side of the backboard, tied up between Cabantu and Soler. And the arrow favors Bentley.
Substitution for your Falcons. Number
See the
10,
scramble
Julia
here.
Eli. Number 12, Naya
Julia Eli and Nia
Morgan.
Morgan into game for Bentley. They've combined for Bentley's 10 bench points. A little surprised we haven't seen McCary for Franklin Pierce so far. She had 9 off the bench for the Ravens in the first half. Whitmore easily past Brand and scores. The first non-Kylie Ducharme points for Bentley in this third quarter. 17 for Whitmore. Bentley extends the lead. This will stay Franklin Pierce basketball, and right on cue, here comes McCary replacing Brand. Mentioned that the 3 games last year were all reasonably close at halftime. Franklin Pierce led the playoff game. Bentley led the other 2 games, but in the second halves last year, Bentley totally dominant against Franklin Pierce. Plus 31, plus 20, and plus 17, respectively, in those 3 games. They don't need to necessarily do that in this game. Maybe have to be aware of Colette Mulderig, who's now made 3 turnarounds and has 6 points. Mulderig second in the team in scoring, averaging 11 a game. Nia Morgan across the paints, flips it up and in, gets the proper English on the shot, kisses it home. Her first points of the second half. And 5 in total for the 2-time Northeast 10 Rookie of the Week. Gonzalez along 2 is good from the right wing. Talking about Swayze before the game, he lauded Gonzalez for her leadership, her poise, and as he says, makes the locker room a better place. Just a great team player. Morgan coaxes the contact from Heitman, and we'll get to the free throw line. And once Morgan gets somebody to bite on a little fake, she's so good at getting into that open space, creating contact, and can finish through it. That one wouldn't drop, but she'll get to the free throw line for the first time today. Third leading scorer for this Falcon team, just a notch below 10 points a game. He's only taken 14 free throws. And now has made 12 or 15 as a Falcon. Missed a couple of games with an ankle injury and was also impacted in a couple of others. So she bounces back off of that and has been back to her normal self. Makes both foul shots.
Substitution for Bentley, number 15, Kylie Ducharme.
Gets the lead back up to 18 for Bentley. And as Ducharme checks back in. Eli Thompson, Morgan Yeoman's also on the floor for the Falcons. Soler inside. It hasn't been her day. McCary, Mulderig, Gonzalez, and Heitman, the others on the floor for the Ravens. And Thompson bumped as she tries to turn the corner. Ana Badosa Soler picks up her third foul.
Foul on number 22, Ana Badosa Soler. That is her third.
Soler's had an outstanding season.
Foul.
8th in the NE10 in scoring, leads the league in steals, 7th in assists. She's the best free throw shooter in terms of makes and attempts. She shoots it at 83% as well. But is only 2 of 2 at the line today. Hasn't gotten there very often. Thompson for 3 on the kick out, too strong. Nice rebound by Gonzalez. Takes it away from the looming Ducharme. Mulderig thinks about the 3, and that's a bad idea. Takes an extra step, complaining to Carrie Lang about it, but it's a little tip-tap of the feet and turns it over. If the Ravens are going to make this a game into the fourth quarter, they're going to have to cut out those type of turnovers. Really, most turnovers. They've got to get some stops, though. Morgan on the step through, short. Ball tipped to the perimeter. Bentley collects it. The Falcons now have scored as many points as Franklin Pierce allows in games generally, which is 56.5. Yeomans wheels baseline. Ball rotates from Morgan. Steps off. Takes the 3. Nope. Ducharme on the glass. Blocked from behind. Stays with it. In a pack of black shirts. And she gets fouled. The relentlessness of Kylie Ducharme is just a joy to watch. She does not give up on any loose ball. See her there establishing position inside. That's a lot of the key to this is getting that position inside. But then on the second and third attempts, it's just pure want to. Foul was called on McCary, her third. And Ducharme from Wilmington, Mass. Little piece up the road on Route 128 and then 93. She's now 4 or 5 at the free throw line. And not so quietly has matched Whitmore for scoring leadership in this game with 17, and now jumps on over her. 10 points in this quarter for Ducharme, 18 overall. And Bentley, for the first time, has established a 20-point advantage. Well, Falcons responded to Franklin Pierce's run, which turned an early Bentley lead into a Franklin Pierce lead early in the in the second quarter. Since then, the Falcons have just not let up. Final minute of the quarter here. Franklin Pierce trying to find something. That's a travel on Soler. That's a borderline travel at best, but call is made. Bentley will shoot free throws on any foul. Ravens' next foul will be their 5th. Yeomans in the paint. Jump stop. Eli posting, doesn't get it. And here's Cabantu in the lane, tosses it up for 2. First points for Amanda Cabantu. The Falcons really putting the hammer down here in the third quarter. Well, it scored Franklin Pierce 18-11 after a 26-8 second quarter. The 18th ranked team in the country this week in control. Brand on the wing. Knocked away. Ducharme keeps it in bounds. Heitman to try to get a shot off, but no such luck as the third quarter buzzer goes, and the Falcons taking a 60-38 lead into the fourth quarter. We'll be back for that in just a moment. You're watching Bentley basketball from the Dana Center. Falcons up by 22 as we get set to start the fourth quarter here at the Dana Center. Bentley trying to make it 5 straight victories and improve to 7-1 at the Dana Center. Coming off what was recently a 5-game homestand. Now it's hit the road for Bentley for 4 of their next 5 games and some challenges ahead. They'll take on Southern Connecticut and Pace in their next 2 games. Return home to the Dana Center and take on AIC, one of the 2 teams that's beaten Bentley this season. And then again, out on the road, trips to New Haven and St. Anselm. Franklin Pierce, meanwhile, at 4-4 in conference play and 9-4 overall. Interestingly, they've had an excellent season and they're right in the mix, but they're tied for 6th in the NE10 right now, or coming into action today. And some separation finally starting to develop in the NE10, but my goodness, you look at Franklin Pierce tied with AIC and Pace, and you're looking at 8 teams that it's a toss-up anytime you come out and see any of them play each other. So makes it a very interesting weekend and day of games when everybody's in action. Franklin Pierce to start the fourth quarter. And Heitman misses the 3. Franklin Pierce just 2 of 7 from long distance. Bentley now +9 on the glass. He's still more than a 2-to-1 assist ratio. 13 assists and 6 turnovers. As Yeomans gets fouled on the drive. Whitmore does in fact have a double-double for Bentley, 17 points, 10 boards. So look at the Yeomans drive. Soler called for the foul, which came really late. She's in the air flying by Yeomans. The shot had already left her hands. And she'll take a seat with 4 fouls now. 1 for 5 from the floor for Soler. 3 rebounds and 3 assists, but this player averages almost 14 points a game for Franklin Pierce. And they really miss her production. Yeomans misses the first of 2. She's 6 of 11 at the free throw line this season. Bentley now 16 of 19 as a team at the line. Franklin Pierce, who did not take a free throw in the third quarter, 6 of 7. Yeomans salvages the second one. And Bentley on top by 23. And Franklin Pierce is got a long way back here if they're going to make this interesting. Mulderig, quick double, spins through and has it knocked away by Ducharme. She and Eli had sandwiched Mulderig in the post. Mulderig goes 3 of 5 from the floor in the third quarter after a scoreless first half. Nora Saluja getting ready to come in for Bentley. And Mulder had called for the foul. Just that bump from the backside as Eli makes the catch. Part of that is the Bentley post players are posting while making contact. You can see Eli there backing in and forcing Muldering to give ground. And then when they do make that reach over the top, it's usually been called a foul. It's almost a 2-to-1 foul ratio right now. Actually, it is 2-to-1. That's the 18th foul on Franklin Pierce. Bentley's been called for just 9. Saluja in the game, makes the catch right corner. And now it's Yeomans. And a legal screen is the call on Ducharme. That's a good one there. She got in the way of Gabrielle Sanchez-Perotti, the senior guard who just checked in for Franklin Pierce. Sanchez-Perotti, one of 4 natives of Spain on this team. Segura, Soler, and Lorente the others. Heitman misses from the perimeter, but the loose ball is scooped up by Segura, who steps back and hits a 3. Gisela Vasquez Segura with just her 5th 3 of the season. Inside Eli in the paint. Muldrig might have gotten a piece of that. Remember, she's already got a career-high 6 blocks in this game. Perotti spins back after penetrating initially, and now will run it in the half court. Muldrig inside, her turnaround bounces around and falls out. Well, if it's going to be a loss for Franklin Pierce, it's a loss to another good team. And losses this season have come to Southern New Hampshire, St. Rose, AIC, and Assumption, who enter play today with a 38-12 collective record. That's 76%. Of course, Bentley at 12-2. So it's not like they're losing games that they should win. As Kurt Swayze said to me before the game, we're beating the teams that feel like we should, but haven't really won too many games against teams that are maybe above us in the standings. I guess that's the next challenge for Franklin Pierce. Multiple attempts here for Bentley, coaxing a foul out of Franklin Pierce as Saluja staying with it a couple of times. Eventually gets fouled by McCary, her 4th. And that will send Nora Saluja, the freshman from Rocky Hill, Connecticut, to the free throw line for the first time as a Bentley Falcon.
Saluja to the line, shooting 2.
She, along with everybody else on the roster, got minutes the other day against St. Michael's, but pushed up in the rotation a little bit today. Saluja gets a chance to impact the game, even though she hasn't scored. Acquitted herself well. Misses the first of 2. And it's tough to jump in as a freshman mid-season when you're given some minutes when the game isn't out of hand. Misses both. Last touch by Michaela Cooper, who just checked in the game for Bentley. So for Bentley, it's Cooper, Saluja, Whitmore, Thompson, and Cabantu. Falcons in control of this one, on top by 20. The free throws coming for Franklin Pierce for the first time in the second half. Authoritative drive to the hoop by Vasquez Segura.
Bentley foul number 23.
Foul by Saluja.
That's her first personal, 2nd team foul. Gisela Vasquez Segura shoots 2.
Vasquez Segura averaging over a little over 5 points per game. 7th in the NE10 in steals, though. She's now 5 of 8 at the free. Pardon me, she's 6 of 9 at the free throw line this season. We'll make it 7 of 10. Ravens have shot well at the free throw line when they get there, which has not been all that much. Only the 8th and 9th free throws of the game for the visiting Ravens. Cooper looks inside for Whitmore. Spins away from Lorente and scores. Combination of Whitmore and Ducharme, 37 points between the pair. Segura sends it back out near half court for Heitman. Lorente, corner 3, rattles out. And rebound ricochets out to Whitmore, her 11th rebound of the game. Bentley closing in on their 5th straight victory. Got 2 other chances to do that this year, a couple of 4-game win streaks. Saluja had the last touch on that one, and Brand will check back in for Franklin Pierce.
Ravens ball. Substitution for Franklin Pierce, number 32.
Leanna Heitman in the middle of that one. Parodi across the lane, now Heitman. Ravens with just 1 starter on the floor in Vasquez Segura. Now Lorente's going to get to the free throw line. Can't imagine it won't be too long before C. White decides to get Whitmore and/or Thompson on the bench.
Bentley foul, number 25, Maggie Whitmore. That's her
Second foul on Whitmore.
foul.
And Lorente to the line for 2.
Lyle Lorente at the line.
Lorente's taken 5 free throws this season and has made every single one of them. 6-footer from Madrid, just a sophomore. Makes both. Soler, Segura, and Sanchez Parodi are all seniors. Franklin Pierce is an international community student-wise. So Mark Swayze, obviously with the Leadhams from the UK, took advantage of some of that, but he's had some great players from Australia, Switzerland. Knows how to get players who can contribute and then some outside the shores of the U.S. Saluja misses the 3. As we approach the midpoint of the 4th quarter, Falcons on the way to victory. Cooper with the steal, tiptoes along the sideline and finds Thompson. Nice job there by Michaela Cooper, a sophomore from Arizona. Virtual line change coming for Bentley. Cooper inside. Before anything happens, uses the glass for 2. Cooper averaging a little over 2 a game. Banks a couple there. Bentley led by 15 at the half and has really never been threatened in the second half. Brand across the lane on the run. Gets it down. Second basket for Lynetta Brand. Some pressure up court from Franklin Pierce. Bentley handles it comfortably. Yeoman's Eli and Morgan at the scores table for Bentley. Cooper gives the screen. Thompson. Saluja left wing tries another 3. That's too strong. Rebound on the weak side by Heitman. Takes it away from Cabantu and Cooper. And Heitman stuck her nose in there on the glass and come up with a couple of steals too, but there's a steal for Saluja. Cabantu in transition, pull up right elbow in and out. And Lorente with the rebound. Lots of players at the scores table hoping there's a stoppage so they can get in the game. Heitman for 3. Got it. First 3 of the game for Liana Heitman. Her 11th of the season, which is actually the highest total on the team. And now Seaway decides to call a timeout purely to get the substitutes in the game, and that does happen. Gonzalez back in the game, as well as a first appearance for freshman Liv Murray for Franklin Pierce when we come back. And then this will be a full timeout as Seaway decides to give everybody a breather. We'll take a quick break as well with 3:29 remaining, and the Falcons on their way to victory. Back in just a moment, you're watching Bentley Basketball from the Dana Center.
The beauty of business bring to the table. And that's the difference at Bentley.
Falcons' lead, which was once 23, has been whittled down to 15. See White with a timeout, trying to make sure that things don't get a little bit out of control here. Franklin Pierce is on a 12-4 run at Bentley, looking to nail this one down and make it 5 straight wins, and at the very least keep their share of first place in the NE10 as they get ready for a stretch where they're on the road for 4 games out of 5. Franklin Pierce in danger of dropping below 500 in Northeast 10 conference play. So for Bentley, it's Morgan, Thompson, Eli, Duchamp, and Yeomans on the floor. Just want to make sure that they take care of business in the final 3.5 minutes. Bentley shooting 42% overall. Franklin Pierce at 38. Ducharme for Thompson. Thompson goes to the left now in the corner. Yeomans pulls up for 2. That's too strong. And rebounded by Gonzalez. Gonzalez splits a couple of defenders. And I think that's going to be a jump ball as she and Thompson were contesting that. Thompson stuck the hand in, got the jump ball, and Bentley gets the basketball in the alternating arrow possession. You can see it there that was all basketball, and Gonzalez on the floor picked up by at least 3 of her former teammates. Morgan right side, catch and shoot 3. Bentley 4 of 19 from three-point land. They're going to survive that here, but well below their usual output from long range. It's just over 20%. So Bentley team shooting 37% from three-point territory, which is in the top 10 in all of Division II. So uncharacteristic for Bentley. But they've now forced 16 Franklin Pierce turnovers. And they've scored 21 points off the previous 15. That's been a plus point for Bentley. Plus 12 in points off turnovers. They've committed just 8 themselves. Falcons 17 of 22 at the free throw line. Franklin Pierce 10 of 11. Morgan fouled on the drive before the shot, so it'll be an inbound situation. Again, Morgan just gets a player off balance and then immediately explodes with that first dribble, turns the shoulders and gets downhill immediately. Third foul on Brand. Reset for Bentley on the shot clock with 20 as we tick under the 2-minute mark. Well, I'm sure C. White will say this wasn't a vintage performance, but good enough, and certainly in the second quarter, that's where the game was decided. Bentley outscoring Franklin Pierce 23-11. Shot clock expired, but Yeomans apparently got the shot off in time. Franklin Pierce sort of stopped, and the Falcons, with an offensive rebound, will get another chance. Thompson tries her hand at a 3. Nope. That'll be a teaching point, I guess. Well, sometimes the shots go, sometimes they don't. Gonzalez for 2 in transition, splashes it home. 6 points for Gonzalez, which matches her average. 3 of 7 from the floor. And a timeout called again by C. White. This is to clear the bench with their team up 13 and a minute 10 to go. And the final score won't really reflect how good Bentley was through that second quarter, and kept Franklin Pierce at bay in the third and stretched out the lead the back end of the third. They've led by as many as 23 points in this game. Falcons turn it over as we hit the minute mark. Gonzalez. Cooper slows her down. Now Brand. Laurenti, Quincy Jai, Andreen Thomas in the game for Bentley. Grace Klonsky as well. Long rebound snagged by Saluja. Gets her on the stat sheet. Also her second rebound. So Bentley will improve to 13-2 overall and 8-1 in Northeast 10 conference play with the victory. Franklin Pierce 9-5 and now 4-5 in conference play. Again, these two teams will see each other on February 21st. Saluja's called for a double dribble. That game will be at the Fieldhouse in Ringe, New Hampshire. That for Bentley will be the third to last regular season game. Same for Franklin Pierce. Is basically from here on out, it's strictly conference play for everybody. It's been a busy stretch for Bentley, squeezing in that extra non-conference game on Monday. But they've managed to find ways to get the job done, and they'll get this victory over Franklin Pierce. Falcons will dribble it out and win the game by a final of 65-52. Maggie Whitmore, 19 points and 11 rebounds. Kylie Ducharme, 18 points and 8 boards, leading the way for Bentley as they lead most of the way in this game over Franklin Pierce. Ravens didn't have a single player in double figures. Kenzie Sirwich led the way with 9 for the visitors. That'll do it for our broadcast here from the Dana Center. Appreciate you spending part of your day with us on Bentley Falcon basketball. Next broadcast will be Wednesday, January 24th, as the Falcons host AIC, tip time of 5:30. For the rest of the crew at the Dana Center, I'm Steven Zerdalian. Thanks again for spending part of your day with us here on Bentley basketball. Our final, the 18th ranked Falcons beat Franklin Pierce 65-52. Thanks again, everyone. Have a great night. So long.